Hello guys, this is a SWTOR guy here. As I talked about it before, I'm gonna make every day, this updated versions about how to get rich with dailies and things like that. For today's episode, I'm gonna talk about the crafting, how you can get rich with crafting. Now this is the part when back in the day it was much easier to get rich. When I was started, getting hundreds of millions or no, just tens of millions pretty much, I started crafting a lot. And if you're going through your archives, you can saw, if you crafted anything before, you can saw pretty good amounts of like hilts or anything. Back in the day, I was made pretty much a lot of money with this thing or this thing. And back in the day it was really hard to getting these because you needed to raid a lot and things like that. Also there is the force wielders and a lot of things where you can get in the archive. For now, since it's changed, thanks to the Knights of the Fallen Empire, I'm gonna talk about it, how you can get rich and how is the crafting going in these days. Now, of course, I can talk about all of the servers or things like that. This is the Tomb of Freedom Net server. You probably know it, and it's in the description. As you can see, I am really close to get 100 million credits. Really close. If I get the 100 million credits before Christmas, I'm gonna do something funny and something good for you guys. So basically, just don't forget, also before I start, don't forget to write a comment about the 20 million credit giveaway. So it's still up, you can see it, it's in the thing, it's in the video. Go there and participate if you want it, and if I get 100 million credits, maybe you're gonna see something else. So yeah, let's get into the video. So since the Knights of the Fallen Empire changed everything for the crafting, I'm gonna talk about just the crafting, what you can get. Now, every old thing, it's in the archive. The new ones, it's pretty much here, except the Stronghold one and yeah, things like that. So let's go with this bonded attachments. These bonded attachments, you need it everywhere. If you want to craft a lightsaber hilt or lightsabers, relics, or anything older or new version, it depends. You can get this is the grade 4 one, and this is the grade 5 one, and 6 and 7. And this is the highest one, the grade 8, the Russian Artifice bonded attachment. Now, of course, let's see where you need there. For example, this is just the old one you need to craft one of the color crystals. Pretty much you can get a lot of color crystals if you want. There's not much for selling those. Maybe you can try it for the Carta market ones because they are much better. The diamond ones I'm going to talk about later. Let's go for the hilt. For example, I learned this versatile hilt 43. Now this one is, as you can see, the 220 version. There's one more better, the 224th version, but you can't learn that for now. That is the hard mode version, I think. Yeah, or the nightmare. Yeah, but you can't learn the nightmare one. So pretty much you need, as you can see, exotic isotope stabilizer, which you can get from flashpoints. You can see it in the description there. Adaptive circuity. Now this one is a sliced one. I'm gonna talk about when I'm going into slicer one. This one goes to the operations, which you can find on story and hard mode. I'm gonna talk about that later. Now the main one is this, the Artifice bonded attachment. Pretty much, and this one is the same thing. Pretty much this one allows us to craft. Now, how much is this cost? Let's see. We can craft it, and all you need is 2 at the same materials. 2 artifact fragment, 2D Zosha, which you can buy at the Republic Fleet, of course, or Imperial Fleet, and the Russian Crystal. Now, How you can get these? Of course, you can go to archaeology and start doing that. But there is two more things. Back in the day, I talked about it when the Shadow of Revan came out. All you need to do is go into Yavin 4, and there's two places there. First, there is the big temple, where you can just, you know, go in, look around, and you can find the color crystals, pretty much, all type of fruits, so the red, green, and blue. And these enigmatic fragments, so this one and the Russian crystal. Now you need to go a little bit of circles and things like that, but pretty much it's like 20-30 minutes to get a stack, a 99 stack, which is pretty cool. But instead you can buy it if you want it. So it's pretty much like, yeah, as you can see, it's 78k. So if you want, you can also sell the material, which is also a pretty good amount of credit. So for example, I'm just gonna take another example. Examples after examples, right? If you're going and getting like hyper crates or any packs and opening it, you can receive these scraps. Of course, you probably heard it or saw it or anything before. Now, these scraps allows us to, you know, get any crafting materials with green, blue, and purple. Now, the green ones, as you can see, I have a lot, like 31 to be perfectly honest, 31 stack, except this one. And if I want, I can get, you know, 31 stack of Russian crystals, and I can sell it for 75k, 78k, sorry. That means like 3 times, that is, I don't know, that is a lot of credits, but I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm just gonna make sure how you can get profit. So either you can do that, or go to Yavin 4 and get the material and sell it, or even craft it. Let's see how the Artifice thing is going on. As you can see, there is not much in the GTN, only 1 stack actually, and it's sold for 550k, pretty much. 550k. How much do you need to craft it? Well, how much do you need to craft at least? Well, 1 stack, it's 100, so 50. So let's talk about, like, for example, we have 100 of each. So that is 50. 50, alright? You can see the numbers and things like that here. So let's see the enigmatic thing. How much is it worth? For example, a stack. Let's just talk about the stack. 40k, which is pretty decent. So overall, the Russian crystal and the enigmatic Artifice fragment is worth like 40k, pretty much. And if you're getting 100 for each, you can craft 50 of them. So if you calculating this 2 times, because you need like 100 for the Russian Artifice bonder, you know what I'm talking about. So you need 200 for these and 200 for the enigmatic, so that is 80k, and 80k, 160k, 240k, pretty much. So 240k credits. You need to craft 100 of these Russian Artifice crystal. So I really needed to cut there, because otherwise I'm talking really shit there. So pretty much what you need, 200 for these and 200 for that, which is probably cost you like 260k in total, and you can sell it for 550k. So that is a big profit. And also, if you, for example, getting it for the scraps or for the Yavin 4 farming, you only need to buy the Zusha solution, and which is cost like 30k or so to buy 200. So that is not much. And also, if you like, for example, doing this pretty much for free, because you don't need to go elsewhere, all you need to do is go into the Russian Artifice bonded. All you need to do is craft 200 for these, and you can get 550k. Maybe you can sell it less because you need the money, so 500 plus. It's just a 500k credits. 500k credits for free pretty much, because you farmed this. And if you want, you can also do this, you also can do buying these and buying the 2 materials for 200, so 2 stacks, and you wasted or you bought it for 240 or 60k in total, and you're selling it for 550, so that is a big plus as well. So that is a good option as well. Also, let's talk about another thing, which is pretty much the dye models are actually, I'm not gonna talk about it because there's a lot of dye models in the GTN. I mean a lot. So just take where is the dye models? To be perfectly honest, I really don't know where is the dye models. Where is the dye models? Consumables, or maybe I actually really don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna write dye. Oops. I'm just gonna write dye models. So for example, these are made ones. You can sell it pretty easily, but you need a couple of stuffs for that as well. So for example, you need the Russian 2 times. Probably not gonna waste that much. Here is the crystal, it's really easy to get it. And also a lot of crystals, which you really easy to get it in the Army 4 as well. As you can see, I have 990 for the blue one. So yeah, pretty much these are not selling that much. But for example, I'm gonna write this one. So let's see, the black and pale yellow. Black and pale yellow. So as you can see, these are worth 30k credits. And it's not much. The other dyes you can get from the cartel market or anything else, it's much harder to, you know, get it and much easier to sell it. So actually for dye models, if you only need it for yourself, I'm not exactly, you know, guessing or guide you guys to craft dye models. But for this one is a tricky one. Now let's talk about the whole thing what I started. So let's talk about this exotic isotope stabilizer. You can get it from hard mode flashpoints. Of course, if you need like achievements or for example the Star Fortress, what I actually really need right now because I was really lazy to do it. So you can get it pretty cheap. So for example, one is 40k and there is a couple of stacks for 400k. So you can get like 10 of them, which is really just simply 400k, or if you need like 2, or how much do you need for that? 3. So you don't need to waste much. Now this one, the adaptive sensitivity, is one of the rarest one and one of the biased thing in the GTM, except the Russians, of course, and the attachments. So the adaptive sensitivity is fuck me. So the adaptive sensitivity, as you can see, a stack of 99 is 4 million credits. 4 fucking million. 25 is 600k, and so on. Let's see the cheapest ones. One is 25k. So 4 is pretty much 100k. Pretty much 100k. And if you're going for like, yeah, 4, for example, 160k. Yeah, that's 40k each, to be perfectly honest, so it's not worth it. But 10, here you go, 272k. 10 of them. Really, really hard to get these materials. Really hard. The only way you can get it, is crit on a slice tech mission. So if you have like slicing, let's write that. I can type. I really can type. So anyway, slicing missions. If you're getting slicing missions, you pretty much, all you need is a crit, or if you have like a really rare one, you found it or things like that, you definitely getting it. And you can do two options here. You can craft it, or I mean keep it and craft the hilt, or you can sell it. Let's see which one is worth it later. Let's go for the Dark Matter Catalyst. The Dark Matter Catalyst only found on operations. Any bosses, especially the last ones, dropping it on story mode, but on hard mode, every boss drop 1 or 2. So, this one is worth 940k credits, which of course, not a lot of people going to operations, so it's just really easy. Really hard to, you know, get 940k credits and craft it. Pretty much, you can also do the same, sell it if you really need like 900k for something, sell it or keep it for the heal, see if it's worth it. We talked about the Russian Artificer, and this one is just cheap as fuck, so I'm not gonna talk about it. This is really easy to getting it. If you're doing a lot of like archaeology missions, you can get it really easily, or treasure hunt missions. It's really, treasure hunt missions. It's really easy to get it. Now, let's see the Versatile Hilt 33, if it's worth it. Versatile Hilt 43. It's 1.6 million credits. 1.6 million credits. Now, if you, for example, learned it, like me, but you don't have all of the materials, you need to buy them or go to an operation and things like that. Let's go for just buying them. If you're going, the Dark Matter is 940k. Let's see what else need. We have this exotic stabilizer, which is 40. We need 3, so that is 120k. We over 1 million now. We need this Russian 6 one. So I don't know. That is like 30, 40k pretty much. We need this tier 2, which is 50k pretty much, and here is the crystal. So pretty much you need to waste like 1.2 or 1.3 million ish to craft the Versatile Hilt, and you can get you can craft it and you can sell it, and it's 1.6 million, so you can get 300k profit for it. That is a good one. That is really good profit, so I highly recommend to do that if you, for example, have this. And also, if you have like more, you can, for example, just sell the Russian Artifice or things like that. So that is a really good option as well. Let's go move forward. We have the lightsabers. Well, the lightsabers are, I'm not gonna talk about these. You can get much easier what am I talking about? Much easier gears than this. What we can craft. You don't need to buy this on the GTN because you can get a lot of common crystals and you can buy the basic gear from the vendor. Let's talk about these midlight offhand and things like that, which is pretty much why they can buy, because of the look. Because, for example, they like it and things like that, and why not, I actually want it and things like that. So, what you need for this is the basic materials for Zusha 4, this one too, and the midlight crystal. Now this midlight crystal is only, you can get it if you quit on the treasure hunter mission. Now this midlight, I don't know how, yeah. So this midlight crystal, there is only, there is only one in the GTN. Okay, I faked. So there is not much in the GTN, but you can buy it for 800k credits, so that is not much of a deal. But let's see if it's actually worth to buy the midlight, because there you can see the midlight offhand, 250k. As you can see, you can craft like these, but these are you need to gear it and things like that. Let's see, 80k. Well, if they wanted to look, well, yeah, why not? But there was not much of a big deal for this, to be perfectly honest with you. And pretty much, of course, let's talk about the relics, because why not? You can craft the pretty much decent relics, but also you can learn it. So if you go, for example, go and look around for the relics, you can see you can make a bunch of money for this. These relics are really hard to craft and really hard to learn. These ones are, for example, the 220 ones. It's starting right here. It's starting right here, as you can see, and it's 221. Really hard to getting. I mean, learning these, because you can only getting it from the hard mode, or some of them, yeah. You're only getting it from the hard mode, because you can't buy these just simply like the offhand or things like that. You need to go into the operation and get this. And it's really hard. Pretty much everything is here, and it starts 4.1 million credits, and there's just the separate assault, which you could probably use it. So pretty much you're wasting 1.3 million for 1.3 million you're wasting for the materials and everything, and you're selling it for example 4 million, and yeah, take that, 3 million in the house, bitch. So yeah, the relics are really hard, really hard to get it, but if you're getting it, it's really good money. So I highly recommend you doing it if you going operations and things like that. That was the Artifice thing. Now I'm gonna go to my, I don't know, arm stack. So I'm on the fleet right now for this character, and let's see the arm stack. Now the arm stack is actually, back in the day, it was really good with the barrels and the augments, of course. Now it's still good with the barrels and augments, but let's talk about it later. Of course we have the assembly components, like every crew skill has this for now, the main crew skills. Every main crew skill has this assembly components for now, right now. This one is the Farium arms. Let's see how much is this one worth. Farium, whatever. As you can see, you can craft grenades and things like that for Farium, but we don't need that. What we need is this one, the Farium Cyber Assembly. Pretty much 20 stack is 120k. It's not that bad, and also 99, so pretty much one stack is 600k credits. I mean, that is a pretty good deal if you're talking to me. Also, where you can get these, I talked about it before, so I'm not gonna talk about that. You can do the same scraps, or you can go to Yavin Farm and farm these, because it's really easy to farm them in there as well. So you can do those if you want it. It's really easy just to go there and farm it. Also, you can sell the materials, so let's see if it's worth it selling instead. I have a bit of Farium here, so damn it. The main Farium. The main Farium 99 stack is 100k credits, so that is not that bad as well if you want it. Or Molitax, let's go for that. The Molitax is 77k credits, so overall it's 177k credits. So that is not that bad if you want to selling it, and all you need is just to go Yavin and farm these. Pretty much it's 30-35 minutes you need to go around the Yavin all over and just getting it. If you want it, guys, I can show you how I farm it and things like that. Let's talk about the augment. Of course, the augment is really high. Of course, this is not the main one, and not this. These are the main. These are the main ones, but I didn't learn it yet. Of course, you need a Hevid, and of course, you need the Farium assembly component. The Hevid is not cost much, I think, because it's really easy to get it. So yeah, 60k, and you only need one, so you don't need a stack or things like that. 150k for a stack, so I mean 100k for a stack, so that is not a good bad price. I mean, all you need is just scavenging, so it's pretty decent, but you only need like 10 or 20, so that is a good deal. for that. So and of course, let's see the augments price. Augment. I don't know much of the new augments, to be perfectly honest. The augmentation kits, of course, let's talk about that since we're here. The augmentation kits are, since it changed, but pretty much the same price. So back in the day it was 50k, the augmentation MK10. Now it's went down to MK8, but it's pretty much the same price, so 54k. And you pretty much don't need to do anything else, just the same, except you need to craft, let's see if it's here, where's the augment, there he is. So yeah, you pretty much need the MK8, which you need to craft crabs to, you know, RE them and you get it. You need have it, buy a cell memory core, which you can get it for slicing. Pretty much you can get it on every slicing mission, so it's really easy to get it. And of course the Farium malls. So pretty much the same price, and these are going for the same price as well. So that is just a good deal. Just, you know, just craft a couple of them. But let's go, for example, for the 42 augment. I don't know if 42 augments 40. Pretty much the main ones are went to a decent price as well. As you can see, it's 85k, and it gives you power and endurance, of course. And these are the main augments where you need it for PvE or your gear, pretty much, to be perfectly honest. And it's really good, you know, just selling these. I don't think we have bigger ones, that's what she said, yet, but still it's really good. Let's go for the overkill one. I think the overkill is a bit better still, I'm not sure. As you can see, there's none on the GTN, just the simple ones. But the purple ones, there is none yet. So you can, you know, name the price, but not much, like 150k or things like that. So overkill augments are really going well. So I highly recommend, you know, the craft all accuracy ones or anything, which is allow you to craft it. I'm not gonna talk about, of course, the barrels. Well, yeah, you can see it. Versatile barrel 43, sorry. As you can see, it's going really well still. You can get it from the offhand for smuggler offhand, or trooper, bounty hunter if you are in the Imperial side. But there is another barrel which is really hard to getting it, which is the Resistive, which is the endurance high one. And it goes a bit better, so 2 point, well, actually not that really better. It's actually worse than the previous one, I mean the versatile one. It's a really good price. Of course you do the same as the hilt and things like that. It's really good just for selling that barrel if you're having it. Of course we have a couple of stuffed barrel pistols and things like that, but actually you don't need, you gonna get much better gear and things like that. So I just recommend to go for the augments if you are an arm stack, or barrels. I mean, yeah, blaster barrels, so these ones, but not the 36 versions. Go for the 43 versions if you have those. So yeah, I highly recommend to do that, and of course the assembly components. So I'm gonna go for my, I have no idea, I'm gonna go to another one. Now the next one is Cybertech. Now, Cybertech is pretty much, back in the day, it was all about the mods, sometimes the armoring, and yeah, and the earpieces. For now, the armorings are worth jack shit, and it moved somewhere else, not the Cybertech. But now, the enhancements are here to the Cybertech. Pretty much the assembly components, of course, we talked about it, Farium Cyber. So not Farium arms, Farium Cyber. You need the same thing for that. So pretty much Farium and Molitex. Prices, we talked about it. So Farium Cyber. Let's see. There is same as you can see. So 120k. So we talked about it before. So there's not much. But we have this one's the enhancements. Now, if you want to go best in slot for PvP, I mean for PvE, sorry, you can craft it for PvP. For PvE, you need, of course, the best enhancements, even if you're a tank or a DPS. For DPS, there is the Adept enhancement, there is the Initiative enhancement as well, which you not see here, but you can see here on the GTN. So Initiative 43. There's none. What? What? There's none? For real? Okay, there we go. So as you can see, if it costs 3 million credits, and of course the materials are the same as before, maybe something less, something better, things like that. These are best in slot enhancements, and what you need is the same for this. As you can see, the price is going well. Quick 7th, the all best in slot ones is all about 3 million credits. And there is the tanks ones, the bulwark. There's none actually. What else? I really don't know. Anyways, the enhancements are one of the best profits you can get on the GTN if you're crafting enhancements. One of the best. You can get really good enhancements from not the common, the data one, the glowing datas, if you buying some of them, or you can getting it from the raids. So it's pretty good enhancements, and if you're learning it, it's just hell of a good money for you, a lot of money for you. So that is really good. Gadget. Now let's talk about these archaeology veterans and things like that. Now these ones are, of course, you need a lot of things, so not much, but just some, like Adept Security, 10 of them, which 10 of them is like, I don't know, we talked about it, 400k pretty much, or free, something else, but let's see the veterans, how much is worth the veterans. The Scavenger, which you can also craft, as you can see, the bioanalysis, now it's alright, the slicer is alright, archaeologist is alright, scavenger, not really. To be perfectly honest, these are not worth to craft it, except the archaeologist and the scavenger, but probably it's really easy to get the schematic for it, because it drops pretty much everywhere. So if you crafting it for yourself instead, just crafting it for yourself and not deal with this, because it was really hard to sell it for me back in the day, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, grenades, well, these are the stuffs I actually really don't understand because I'm not PvP a lot. To be perfectly honest, I am not. But if you write grenade, you can see a bunch of grenades like the black hole grab. Oh, these are gifts. So these seismic grenades, these are one of the rarest ones, and it costs pretty good money. Where can you find this? I'm honest with you guys, I really don't know about grenades because I'm not PvPing much. So these are actually cost really good money. And I actually, maybe it's from the PvP, I honestly really don't know. But if you know how to craft this, write in the comments first of all, and second of all, sell it. So it's really good money, but I don't know what you need for that, to be perfectly honest, because I'm not home with the grenades. Oh, there it is, fuck. But this is the V8, and there is the Farium seismic grenade, and where can you get this? I honestly don't know. Maybe you can get it somewhere else, but I honestly really don't know. So yeah, the grenades are really good. The mods, of course, you need best in slot mods, but these mods, I mean, the mods are not profitable. So let's go for artful mods. I don't know, there is none. Let's go for, I don't know, let's just write mod. Oh, damn. Well, we get 144 fucking mods. And we didn't see a ship mod yet. Oh, there it is. There you go, warding mod. And but as you can see, there's no mods in it. No. None. So you don't need to sell mods. I mean, if you want, you can RE it, but don't need to craft it. Stace and Stronghold, I'm not gonna talk about it. Yeah, never mind. So I'm gonna move somewhere else for now. So the next one is pretty much the Synth Weaving. The Synth Weaving is I hate the most, to be perfectly honest. The adaptive armors, you can craft a lot, to be perfectly honest. I just learned 2. As you can see, I only have 260 to, yeah, 26. Anyway, so you can craft a bunch of, like, adaptive armors, which is 208 ones, but when you're doing the story and things like that, you receiving much more better. Armorings, I don't need to talk about it. It's pure shit, to be perfectly honest. You probably, when you're doing raids and things like that, you need the set bonuses, so you don't need this. So it's not needed. But the augments, of course, it's really good. The readout one, which I actually power defense, which is kind of alright. Alacrity, which a lot of people need. So let's see the alacrity. Alacrity 43. I mean, am I talking? Yeah, alacrity 40. I mean, sorry. Yeah, the alacrity 40 is not much of a big deal. What is the main one? I forgot it already. 40, yes. So the alacrity 40 is pretty much decent price. 93, 92. It's a lot there. Holy macromania. A lot of people probably buying this. I really don't know. 80k. Let's see just this, to be perfectly honest. There's 30 pages of all about alacrity. I really don't know. I know you need a lot of alacrity because of the Knights of the Fallen Empire, but you didn't know. I didn't know this much. So that is a decent 76, and of course a lot of people needing it, so go for it. Let's go for another one. I think what we need is a critical. I think critical is a big one as well. Critical, yes. Well, there's 4 pages, but 70k. Well, I prefer the alacrity if you are Synth Weaving, and of course the bounded attachments. I didn't learn all of them, but the main ones I learned. The Russian Synth. The Russian Synth is the same as the Artifice one, but except it's not. What? Russian Synth? There it is. Russian Synth. Sorry, I missed it. So yeah, it's 40k pretty much. 80. Well, yeah, decent price. 400k for a stack. So that is good. You can sell that as well. Now I'm gonna go to my personal favorite. Now here is my personal new favorite crafting crew skill, which is the biochem. Back in the day, I not bothered of any of these stims or none of these things what happened for the biochem, but for now I am. Just take a look. Good example. Of course we still have these nano adrenals and things like that. What we still have, we of course have the cell grafts, which is pretty much the components, but it's called cell grafts here. Let's take a look for these anodized cell grafts. I'm just gonna, so you're probably gonna surprise. Anodized cell. Oops, I wrote it wrong. Anon die. I don't know how it types. Fuck me in the ass. No. How can you anodyne? Damn. Anodyne. Sorry. Cell. So take a look at sample for these. These are just worth 340k one stack. One stack. Almost not even almost one stack. These. And just take a look example for the just the material. I'm gonna talk about those later, of course. These are the official materials. Now I'm gonna go for the cheapest, which is 44k. Now I'm gonna go move forward. 24, still 160k now. It's not even one stack. 250k, and one official stack. It's 290k, 80k credits. Are you kidding me? That is a lot of credits. Now it's much easier to buy the cell grafts and get starting your crafts. It's much easier, but if you want to sell the materials, that is a perfect time to sell it. I don't know what the price is in your servers, but on this server, this is a great opportunity. Also, we need another thing, which is the metaphobic something. I don't know. Oops. Meta something.
The spread of Rakul plague on Tatooine
yeah.
caused the Ministry
Metamorphic,
of Logistics
sorry,
to place
metaphoric.
spaceport under null tolerance lockdown protocols.
Metaphoric. I can't fucking type today. Metamorphic. Metamorphic. Okay. Metamorphic. Yay. So, sorry about this. So, for these ones, let's go for the cheapest one and move forward. These ones are 86k. Now, these are decent price. So, you can start crafting, but if you want it. Still, same thing goes on to these. Like you can get these 2 materials from Yavin 4. And pretty much a lot of them. And you can start selling this, or instead an alloy extract. Now, there is another thing, of course, the implants. I'm not gonna talk about it. You can craft it and you can sell it. I'm just gonna take a good look example how much is the implants are going for right now. Let's go for, implants, search. I'm gonna go for the highest ones. Yeah. So, these are earpieces, implants. Implants are going pretty well. Like, really well. And just the MK26 ones are really, really good. So, yeah, these are good. But now, I'm gonna make even better. We have a medical stuff which you can craft. These are the prototypes one. You can get a bigger or better one. That's what she said. Better ones. So I'm gonna type these Anodyne Met Pack. Anodyne Met Pack. Yeah, I typed it right. These are the main ones, so you can craft it if you are reading the old ones and things like that. 5-1 just 35k. 10 stack is 70k. 10 stack is pretty good if you are going like ops or things like that, or PvP. That is really good. Met packs. So 30 is 211k and 50 is just 400k. So that is pretty much ridiculous. And these are pretty good met packs. And also the new thing is the stims, of course. The versatile stims, these are not the main ones, but there is one more. Of course you need these, the metabolic sarcophs and medical injectors, which you can get pretty easily. So let's talk about a versatile stim. Versatile stim. The versatile stims are not worth much, but these ones are... Shut up, Ragu!
And encouraged.
These are worth jack lot. Stims, of course, a lot of people need. Of course you need this. Everybody needs this. Even for PvP or PvE. And these are just 10 stack, cost 69k and things like that. It's just really good money. And also you don't need much. As you can see, you don't need much. Probably a little more for the purple one. But that is not much. You can make a lot of money just for selling instead of the material or this or anything. And these are really, really, I mean really good money. Now there's one more to go. and then I'm done. I think that's the armor mech, so let's go for that. So last but not least, we have the armor mech, which is pretty much, there is not much thing to talk about in the armor mech. We have adaptive armors here as well, which, yeah, a lot of adaptive armors, but you can get much better gear. So much better gear. Archive, old stuff. Armor rings, we don't need it anymore. Components, which is the Farium armor, which only need for this. Only need for this. The MK8, if you want it. We talked about it. Or we have the Versatile Augment. Versatile Augment is one of the sellest thing is going on in the GTN right now. So I'm gonna write the Versatile Augment 40. These are going actually pretty well. I'm not gonna say pretty good, but pretty well. So these are pretty much the same price, and yeah, look at it, how many pages. Just look at it, 70k, and there is only 25 pages. So these and the Alacrity ones are really high priced. I mean, not really high priced, but really good money if you just want to go for it. And all you need is still the old stuff. So Farium and some of the blue ones, Farium, Multitax, and a couple of good stuff. So yeah, that was the crafting session. I'll be right back. So basically that was it for the crafting session. Basically what I've been talking about is pretty much you can sell some of the materials really good, some of the materials, yeah, not really good. Instead you can just craft and see how it goes. You can mix the two between the components or selling the materials. And of course what I've been talking about, all you can get it, the materials, is go to Yavin for, and you can just farm it. If you're interested to see how that farming goes, let me know in the comments, and I'm gonna go to Yavin and I'm gonna start farming and see how it goes and things like that. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was the crafting, the updated version, the Knights of the Fallen Empire version pretty much. And tomorrow I'll be talking about the cartel market, which will be hilarious. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.